Hello YouTube, Kakarot197 again, this time with a review of the 1/100 scale Master Grade GM-C or GM-C from the 0083 OVA series. Now, I believe that this guy was first supposed to be the original GM, but just a redesign of some sort by Hajime Katoki, and that they only later retconned it to be its own unique mobile suit. I say this because on the manual it states that this machine is the first mass production type. That's not quite right. I mean, the first one was obviously the old GM from the first Gundam series, so I suppose that the retcon was only done recently. But let's get on with the review. For colors, pretty much the standard GM colors. You have the very light blue for most of the body, striking red here, feet, gray for the joints, and a special gray for the accessories and a part of the backpack. Also, a clear visor for the visor. Derp. This part should be a clear green part, but it's just clear, like a window. Guess you gotta paint that yourself, which is somewhat of a bother. I mean, they could have just molded in the right color, but I guess for some reason or another they couldn't. For stickers, well, there aren't any on the mobile suit, but as always, you get some normal stickers, peel-off ones, and rub transfer ones. Get some numbers, various Earth Federation symbols, Federation, I'm not sure if the camera's picking up the names, Alphabet, Bernard Mancha, Chap Adel, and South Burning. If you've seen the anime, you know who these four are. But the one name that's intriguing me is Mary. I've seen almost all of the Gundam series and I can't think of a single person whose name is Mary and at some point in time could have flown a GM. Well, it's not even like she's not even in the manual. I tried to skim through the story that the manual gives, but I couldn't find anyone named Mary anywhere. The only Mary, well heck, the only Mary I know of in UC Gundam is a pirate, an ex-Zeon. And I don't think a Zeon would be piloting a mobile suit like this. I mean, is she from some kind of game? Because, well, on the box art you do see one of the GMs with the Mary insignia. So, if anyone knows who Mary is, do me a big favor and point it down in the comments, because I did a Google search. All I could find was marriages and various, what we call in the trade, fanfics. Not always the most interesting thing to read, or the most safe for work thing to read. What I found as well was, references to Mary Pierce. I checked on the Gundam Wiki and other sites. I couldn't find a thing about a so-called Mary. So yeah, who is Mary? I'm actually bothered by it. For articulation, the head goes bit up, bit down, will turn around all the way. Cockpit opens up to reveal a little pilot inside. Might be able to catch a glimpse of him. Cockpit, of course, closes as well. Little thrusters move individually up and down. The arm guards, well, the shoulder armor will go a little bit up and down. Arm itself will turn around all the way. Go up about that far. Will turn around below the shoulder. Goes up about that far. And the hand will wiggle on a ball joint. The hands are actually very similar to the ones on the Zeta Plus, so I suppose these are like generic master grade hands for the old model kits. 3 bottom fingers molded together, trigger finger molded separately, and the thumb is on a little ball joint. Also, unlike most of the modern day master grades and even some high grades, there isn't a joint for the peg that connects the shoulder to move forwards and backwards, so it's a bit static here, which is a real shame. Waist will turn around that far. We'll also go somewhat backwards and forwards, and side to side a little bit. It's on a ball joint. Side skirts move separately. Far. Legs go up about that far. Backwards reasonably. And out not a whole lot, unfortunately. The knees. First, I should notice there are 2 screws about somewhere here and around here in each of the legs to make sure that they're extra sturdy. And I gotta say, the screws really help over time. The arm might become somewhat loose, but the legs are definitely gonna keep their strength. Double jointed. And yeah, you might not be able to see it because of the armor, but there's some nice piston action going on in here. Also, at the back, just like with the Zeta Plus A1, there's like a little fiber thingy over here to make it look like it's a mechanical part, and it's really cool. It's like one of these little tubes. Nice bendy material, really nice. The feet will move back somewhat, forwards not a lot. It does hinder the articulation somewhat, so it is really unfortunate. And somewhat side to side. 4 accessories, and as for this guy, really shines. First, it comes with the standard issue Earth Federation shield, with not just 1 handle, but 2 handles. One is for holding it sideways, and this one will have it holding it at the back. Also comes with 2 beam sabers and 2 pink beam saber handles. Now you might think, 2 beam sabers, that's one too much for it to hold. Well, not quite. It can hold 2 beam sabers perfectly fine in the shield. So actually it has room for 1 more. And of course the shield will fit on either arm. As every gem in the series, it comes with a beam spray gun that can be mounted on either of the side skirts with a little clip. Fits really nicely into the little hole for it. And now, the gun. It can be built as either the bullpup machine gun, but you can remove parts. And you can have it as the gym rifle, the one used mainly by the gym custom, I believe. Switch out a little ammo pack, different fronts, and this is the long rifle. I don't believe it's seen in any of the anime series. I know it's featured in some manga series, but this is by far my favorite gun of all time. It just looks really badass. I don't know, long barrel, big ass ammo clip here, and even a little stock. Unfortunately, it won't go sideways, so it won't look all that good when you extend it, but overall this is a really nice looking machine. Also, one note, there aren't any spare ammo packs. Somewhat unfortunate, but you can expect everything from an old kit. And will of course fit in the hands rather nicely. Now you might think you have a lot of leftover parts for the other guns. Well, they give you this little thingy. What you do with it is slide in the leftover gun parts, open up the holding thing, and you can clip it in here so that he can change his weapon in the midst of combat if he runs out of ammo or the combat situation changes and he's a short-range machine gun instead of the long-range GM rifle or something like that. A really nice feature. Also, of course, you can design your own unique gun by mixing and matching with the ammo and the ammo packs, the barrels. A lot of flexibility in this kit. Well, that's all for accessories that come with this guy, but there's also the RX-78-2 version Katoki, and it comes with its own weaponry, such as the bazooka, which will also fit in the back really nicely, because of course it's a remodel. Also, if you would want to, you can in fact give this guy a core fighter, because the way it connects is exactly the same. So you can build your own unique GM custom. And of course, as with every Master Grade kit, a tiny little pilot figure and an opening cockpit with a little pilot inside. And last but not least, just as all the old Master Grades, it comes with a little cardboard poster. Once again, I have no idea why they stopped doing it, but they really should do this with the newer kits. It's a nice little feature to have. I mean, if you have a display case, you can put these in there of your favorite mobile suits. Yeah. I mean, why did they stop doing this? It's just cardboard. Comparing it to the price of the kit, it can't be that expensive. Now, as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, this guy retails for around 2,500 yen, 24 euros, around 30 US dollars. And with all the stuff you get, the guns, beam rifles, beam sabers and stuff, this guy is worth every yen, euro, dollar, whatever currency you're using. But there are also some slight problems with the kit. Mainly the static shoulders, a real shame if you ask me. It would have really helped with more dynamic poses for the weapons and stuff. Also, the feet are, they're not like they should be. They should be more angular like a high grade. So, you could actually argue that you might want to get the much cheaper high grade instead of the master grade. I'll have a quick rundown of the features. The high grade features movable shoulders, and the feet are a lot more maneuverable. The only downside is the legs are slightly less bendy, but it's only slightly, so in terms of articulation, this guy takes the cake. In terms of equipment, this guy comes with just the machine gun, and the bazooka. This guy, however, does not come with the bazooka. So if you like the bazooka, you'll probably want to get this guy, or you want to get this and the RX-78 too, which is a considerably more expensive option. Also, this bazooka comes with a movable handle. This guy will hold the bazooka in a slightly awkward position. Well, another maybe deciding factor is the other flavor of this guy is a limited edition. So if you want the space colors, you'll have to get either this guy, paint this guy, or pay a lot. Now, if you do want the Master Grade, I strongly suggest you buy this one, because the other flavor doesn't come with these parts. Well, this is the big ass machine gun. It does come with all the others, but they're both the same price, but this one just comes with the long barrel attachment and this pack here. Now a little comparison with a bit more modern high grade. As you can see, size wise, they're great. They're exactly the same as they should be. So, if you think I want to buy this one, definitely go for it. You won't regret it. Well, see you next time.